Happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome to the 8th day in a row of Quarantine Coping, where we try to give you a few minutes of relaxation, peace, or just some facts or information. So we thought we'd just share with you our barn that's on the property and best estimates, because obviously back in the day they didn't have building plans for these. There's Tana, always a trooper. So our best estimates is it's probably about 80 to 85 years old, built in the 30s. What's kind of the what?
That would be the 40s.
Or the 40s, late 30s, early 40s. Happy Sunday to you too. So I like, you know how old things are when they have these cool handles that are probably that old as well, and it still works. So it's not plastic crap. So a door to a door. So this is a mess. This is where I found the snake. But original glass. And it does come complete with a spider web. I want to see if I can get over here. It's our big wreath. Okay, that's not it. But I wanted to show you. So this was the milk room. This, again, used to be a 100-acre dairy farm. But they had water here, and this is where they would prepare and store all the milk. But they have handwriting from a long time ago. So that says, if it gets warm, put pulsators in bag. And that says, put little nipples in milder to milk, and take out and put black caps on to wash. So I don't know what all that means. But any chance that you get to say the word nipple while you're talking about a dairy farm, I guess that's a plus. So obviously we use this as storage. The thing back there, you can't see it, I can't get to it. There's a handwriting on there, and it talks about, it looks like somebody's wages. And so it's like 40 times $1.29 an hour or something. Hey, Heather. So anyway, this is the outside of the barn. You saw the milk room. So this is where all the dairy cows would be milked, and they would store it in the room we just left. But what do you do if you have pregnant dairy cows? I mean, look at these cool doors. That says St. Number 51 Trolley National Manufacturing, Stebling, Illinois or something. I've never even noticed that. Sterling, that's cool. So anyway, when you have a pregnant dairy cow, they go there. That's called a calving barn. I was going to say birthing room, but... and that too is probably as old as the barn. This is the back side of the barn. We do have a window that's broken up there. You think after 85 or so years that you'd be happy to have any windows. When I first moved in, I was concerned that this paint might be... Hey, look at it. They actually use nails to build things. I thought this paint might be lead. We did some testing on it, and it came back negative. But a question that you might be asking is, why are the majority of barns red? Why are the majority of the barns in the country colored red? Would you like to answer that, Lisa?
Sure.
Can I put you on camera?
You can.
Here's the answer, Encyclopedia Lisa.
So what we found out is that way back, they didn't have paint at all. And so when they built barns out of wood, they had to protect the wood from the elements somehow. And so what they would do is they would rub it with linseed oil. And oftentimes they would mix in some rust, which is typically abundant on a farm if you have any kind of metal equipment also. And that would make it a little more tinted red. So as time went on and they started making actual paint that you could paint things with, that was just kind of a tradition to paint it red, following the rusty linseed oil treatment.
And what's crazy is you look at like Mount Vernon. You know I was going to throw Mount Vernon in. Any old historical home, it's always linseed oil. And you're like, gosh, that was really good. Why don't they use it anymore? Well, look in the ingredients of every paint. Linseed oil is the main ingredient. So it was used back then, and you couldn't go to Lowe's, so they used rust to give it that color, which was super, super cheap. And rust and linseed oil protects it. So it was kind of a win-win. Tana says, that's cool. I love historical things. I think she said that when I put my face on the camera. So I'm a little concerned with that. I am somewhat historical. Actually, I haven't even put my mug on. There's Dan, Big Dan, Facebook Live. He has no time to talk. He's got work. He's busting it. Yeah, sure. Let's open up the inside. Now, we have not done anything to this, but you get to see the inside of it. It's a little messy because, well, we haven't done anything, had time to do anything. That ladder goes up to patch the tiny leak that must have been there. So this whole second level, so that's the calving room that we were in, or the milking room. Jeez, I got way too much sleep. And then up top there, I've never even been up here, but it has all this tongue and groove. It's still in perfect shape. And my son and daughter actually came up here and did a photo shoot. And Heather knows what she's doing, but I don't. But she timed it right, so the light was coming in. It's really cool. So this needs a lot of work. We have if you know of a structural engineer, have them contact us, because we're trying to find out if we can salvage this barn and use it for our entertainment event center and gourmet kitchen. Lisa's going to teach you how to cook healthily. So we had somebody come in and they said, wow, this is a really old barn. And I'm like, well, yeah, just look at it. But what he pointed out was this brace was hand hewn with an axe. And I just think that's super cool, because who does that anymore? And so you can see this little trough here. So the cows would straddle this, they would milk them, and if they went to the bathroom, they would push all of this fun stuff out. Back in the day, they'd throw it in the creek. You cannot do that anymore. Now, this is something that's very new. Does anybody know what this is? Anybody know? I don't see how or what, but I was told it's an old drill press or a lathe. But it's not new. They got wood under, all this is wood. And we have corn stalks from last year. So that's pretty much it. The fact that they used that on almost all the doors on the barn is so awesome. So let's flip you. Trandon, what up? Not good hair. God, I never have good hair when I'm on camera. So come here. So that is all we're going to leave you with. So now you know why most barns are red. You know the age of our barn. You got to see some old things.
Mostly
This
standing right
mostly this guy because he's not a spring chicken, but we do have spring chickens.
here. We do.
We do. So there we go. Any other thing you want to add about the barn or the calving room, hatchery room thing? I woke up at like so late for me. I got way too much sleep. Anybody have any other final questions? Oh, Tana, that'd be great. She said my cousin refurbished a barn on McMillan and Star Road. I'll see who they used. Yeah,
great.
please send them. Trandon, nothing is up. What up with you, brother? It was nice having you out here yesterday. All right, I don't see any more questions, so I hope your Sunday was a calming one. It's always great, like 6:30 on. There's no wind. It's beautiful. We have to go tend to a sick goat, so we'll end for now, and we'll be back tomorrow at 6:30. What time?
6:30.
6:30 p.m. every night, and I am going to get all of these on my YouTube channel. I just read that there's only 24 hours in a day, and no matter what you do, you can't add more. So I tried. All right, guys, have a good rest of your night, and I'd say have a great work week. But if you are going to work, be safe. If you're not going to work, get over here because we have a lot of work to do. Okay, talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye.